time now for Coming In Hot with Brent Wallace and former Ottawa Senator Jason York.
Good afternoon, everybody. Brent Wallace alongside Jason York, who has finally made it back home to the comfy confines of home. Nice to see you, sir. Graham Nichols says he should be hopping on shortly, and Nick Cousins will be joining us at some point in this show. What?
Sorry,
are you not prepared? Oh, do you have
There's
like
a handoff?
service?
There's a handoff made. Coming in hot coffee, double.
I didn't know you could just order up room service at the estate.
Oh yeah, the new office is almost done here, Wally. There's dog seating. Got the pictures are up. Oh yeah, Charlie. I've got a bench that was so when we designed this house. One of the things I wanted. You're a dog guy. I think we're both dog people.
Yeah.
A lot of dog people listen to the show. My dog loves to look out the window, so I have a new perch. Like the whole office was designed around this perch in the window. So Charlie during shows is going to sit up there. Be part of the show, but also be able to look out the window in comfort because there's a beautiful little bench. Well, there's one thing though. The bench got installed today, and she's sitting in her dog bed.
Oh, what do we have here?
Well, there's the dog bench.
Oh, that's not a dog bench.
That is a dog. Well, that's what I call it.
That's just a sitting bench. It's for anybody.
It's for the dog. Nobody else is sitting in there. I sit here and do the podcast, and Charlie is going to take the pole position there by the window. Although today she's sitting to my left. I've got her over to my left. But no, it's good. It's coming along here. It's all it's all about the. Well, look at your house. Your whole house has like a ramp system built for your dog. Like your entire house has been taken over by your dog.
She can have whatever she wants.
Yeah.
The other night, the thunder or the fireworks, she got on she came up and sat on the couch, which she never does next to me, and she was paralyzed, couldn't move. So
dogs hate fireworks.
Oh, she just despises it. So anyway, okay. So Yorkie, Nick is waiting. So I'm just wondering, should we just get to him and save all your coffee chit chat? You know what? Nick's a chit chatter, so we'll
bring Chesky, and he loves some good chit chat. That's why he's back with the Sens. He can still play, and he's great in the room.
A glue guy.
He's a glue guy.
Okay, let me take care of some business here. This show brought to you by Simply Spiked. You know the feeling when you're just hanging out in the sun and wish summer could last forever. Yeah, that's Simply Spiked is all about bottling that vibe with real fruit juice, 5% alcohol, and flavors that seriously hit, like classic lemonade, juicy peach, and a brand new limeade that's a little sweet, a little tart, and it's my current go-to. So if you're heading to the barbecue or just kicking back, grab a variety pack at your local liquor store and make summer last a little longer. Must be legal drinking age. Celebrate responsibly. Simply Spiked. You can check them out online if you want at simplyspiked.ca. Also, by our good friends at Charm Diamond Centers. Proudly Canadian owned and operated since 1972 with more than 85 locations across the country through Charm and the sister brands. Get custom ring building delivered in less than 4 weeks with the Charm Masterpiece Program. An unbeatable pricing policy. Apply for the Charm Diamond Flexi Card today and get approved for no interest financing on your purchase in mere minutes. For more information, go to charmdiamondcenters.com. Chosen forever, Charm Diamond Centers. It's always better in the afternoon, Yorkie. Also, by Shoeless Joe's. Daily deals at Shoeless Joe's out in Orleans and in Kempville. Today's Thursday, which means half-price wine and $10 flatbreads. Perfect for catching up or kicking back. Don't forget, Sundays, if you're around at Caesars, it's $6. Spice it up, Shoeless style. Shoeless Joe's. Big deals, big flavor, and good times on repeat. And Yorkie, I'd ask you to do Merkley, but you're probably not prepared.
No, you take it. It's all you.
Merkley Supply has over a century of passion, expertise, and the highest quality masonry supply from Canada's Supreme Court to your home front steps. No matter your project, Ottawa, Merkley is proud to set it in stone. For more information, go to merkleysupply.com or visit their showroom in Hintonburg. Merkley, mark every milestone. Now, Jake, let's do the Sens Summer Series.
The Sens Summer Series.
What's up, boys?
Hey.
Wayne Chesky, welcome to the show. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, boys? Thanks for having me on. Hey, Wall, you got those memorized now? All those ads or what?
It's pretty much, eh? It's good. Did you?
That's well done. I was impressed.
Yes. Hey, first of all, congratulations on re-signing. I think that's awesome. How long did that take? Like, did you know all along you're coming back, or was it kind of last minute?
Yeah, I had a really good exit meeting with Greener, and then my agent and Steve met at the combine there in the first week of June, and it was all positive. So I had a good feeling, but I guess you never really know until, I mean, what was it, the second last day or the last day before free agency started on the first. So I mean, sometimes it gets a little nerve wracking, but I mean, I had a good feeling though going into it. So I'm glad I kind of got it wrapped up before July 1, and I'm happy to be back.
That's awesome. Awesome. Congrats on that.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
Claude Giroux just said yesterday that he was he wasn't really nice to be around for the last week trying to deal with Sonny. Were you the same? Were you a little grumpy?
Yeah, no, I was, because me and my wife both wanted to be back in Ottawa, and then it's a tense time. I don't know, Yorkie, if you've gone through anything like that, but it's probably two of the worst days of the year. Just the days leading up to it, and then July 1 itself. It's pretty tense. Yeah, it's especially the family now too. Yeah, everything's kind of amplified a little bit, I think. I don't know if that's a word I'm looking for, but like it's just yeah, it's pretty tense, but I'm glad it's all over with now, and I'm thrilled.
You brought back an old memory. I remember, because we used to have to wait till we were 31 to become a free agent. That's the way it used to work. And it took July 1. I thought I was going to sign right away, and it dragged out to like July 6th.
Right.
I went up to my cottage, and I had to be by myself because nobody could be around me, because it's so, like, you don't know. It's anxious, right? You're just super anxious. And you don't know until it's done.
No, I know. And it seems like, yeah, it seems like teams just kind of, I mean, I feel like every team's kind of similar, where they always leave it up until like the last minute. I know I was talking to a couple guys that I played with too, and they said the same thing. They're just kind of waiting by their phones, and yeah, it is like, I just try and stay busy. I mean, I took my daughter golfing probably a couple days in a row, where you just try and get on the course and not think about it, and you just kind of put your phone in your bag, but you make sure it's on loud, and then yeah, you just try and not think about it. I mean, that's the best way to put it, but yeah.
I don't blame you. Anyway, congrats on getting a deal done. We were excited to have you come back. I wanted to reach out to you within like the last week, and I'm like, even the last couple of weeks, I'm like, I don't feel like going, hey, hear anything?
Yeah. No, but hey, it's funny you say it. That's the worst, when people are reaching out too, and you don't know. Because I mean, last year was different circumstance, where I didn't sign till late August, and I had my cup party, and everybody kept asking me at my cup party, and I'm like, listen, like, I don't exactly know what's going to happen, but can we just enjoy the day with the cup, and kind of not talk about that for a day, just like. And then you have like former teammates and stuff you play with. They're all curious about who's interested and where you're going and stuff like that. And it just takes a toll on you. So yeah, obviously this year was different, a lot better to have it done, wrapped up, and kind of just move on with summer, and just worry about getting better and getting on the ice, and glad that's taken care of.
Well, I'll ask the dumb question: why did you re-sign with Ottawa?
No, I honestly, I told Greener, I like what we have here. It's I mean, we have good depth, I think. I mean, when you look up the middle of the ice, we got Timmy, Cuzzy, and Pence. And I mean, if you look at, I think Pence is one of the best, free in the league. And then you got Sandy, Shabby back there. You got all Mark and Net. I just think we don't have a lot of weaknesses. And then I think when we acquired, we got a fourth line center in free agency with Eller, and then Spence. who's a good puck moving defenseman for us. It's gonna help us big back there to create some more offense 5-on-5. And yeah, I mean, I like the room. I like the coaching staff. It's an easy place to live as well. With 2 kids now, so it was no brainer. Didn't really have to think hard about it.
Do you know Eller at all? Because I thought that was one thing you guys were kind of missing. Listen, Gaudette I thought is a nice player.
Yeah,
could score. He had a really good for him. Got a nice 2-year deal.
Yeah,
but it just seemed like you guys were just like, Eller is a 4th-line center. He knows what he is. That's what he does. He wins draws. He's big. He can hold on to pucks. He seems like, I don't know, maybe tell me from playing against him, he seems like a perfect fit for what you guys need.
Yeah, and then the left shot center too. So we got 2 lefties and 2 righties up the middle, which is huge. I mean, this guy's just going to take a lot of pressure and minutes away from Pence, because Pence gets the toughest matchup, right? Like, he matches up against the other team's top line, and then this guy will be able to ease some of those minutes, and then he'll be able to take important draws at the end of games on the PK on the other side. Yeah, he's just going to help us like in so many other different areas. Obviously, I mean, he's played. I was just looking him up yesterday. He's got 1,100 games. I mean, he's won 2. So you can't have enough of those guys. And then, I reached out to him when he signed. So it's
Awesome.
Seems like he's excited. So he's going to be a good fit. He's exactly what we needed. So yeah, he's gonna help us for sure.
So I guess now Pence can go into Greener's office and say, hey, like, Eller can take the shift off to the power play now, so maybe I can get on the second unit.
I know he's been chomping at the bit to get out there. And I think he is a power play guy too. I mean, he's just one of those guys. I'm a big fan of him. He's
me too.
He's so responsible defensively, and then he does have offensive upside that, I mean, maybe he doesn't get enough opportunity sort of thing, but he does play a lot of good minutes. But I know he wants to get on the power play, so I'm sure he's calling Greener all summer to try and get on there.
Pinto, like, I'm not in your room, so I don't know what's going on, but the season's so long. Like, it's 82 games. You need glue guys in there. That's why I love the signing, bringing you back. Yeah, and I think Pence, like, not knowing him, obviously I'm not on the team, but he seems like a guy that just brings positive energy to the room, which you need throughout the season.
Yeah, he's great. He's one of those guys that he takes a few chirps from the boys, but he also takes it really well. And you need guys like that. Like, he's not sensitive or anything. He's always got a smile on his face. But no, those guys are contagious though. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can't have enough of those guys, but no, he takes a beating from the boys, but he takes it super well. He does.
If you're sensitive, the dressing room is not a place for you, because you're just gonna get it worse. You're gonna get it worse.
Oh yeah, and when I retire, that's what I'm gonna miss the most, is just getting chirped and giving chirps, and just that camaraderie that you build up throughout the season. And like you said, the season's long. The season's so long. Like January, February, when it gets pretty cold and dark outside, you need to have a few laughs for sure. 100%.
So what do you chirp Shane Pinto over?
Lots, actually. Lots for sure. I mean, are you
guys just all jealous of how good looking he is?
Yeah, he's a stud for sure, and I hate to say that, but he actually gets a few chirps about not being on the power play too. So he takes it pretty well. I usually give it to him a little bit too. But no, I know going into the summer, I'm sure. I mean, it's a contract year for him too, so I think he'll be itching to get on there a little bit more, so he can get a nice payday, because he deserves it.
It's funny you say that. Steve Stais was asked that on July 1, who said they are possibly looking at getting that extension done sooner than later.
Oh, I didn't hear that at all. That's awesome.
So yeah, he said we would start discussion. So it could take a year, who knows? But I'd like to see what he's going to get for a contract. I found one picture of you and your perhaps new teammate in Lars Eller, but I had to go back to you playing for the Philadelphia Flyers.
That's funny.
I think this is like your second year.
Yeah,
Maybe your first.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I know him pretty well. We used to play against him quite a bit, but yeah, I mean, it's just a solid player. Just a player you win with, and yeah, I do remember playing against him a lot when he was in Washington, and where he was in Montreal before that, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
So yeah, I remember him lots. Played against him a bunch. Yeah, it's always been a solid player. So we're thrilled to have him.
1,100 games is wild to me for him.
I don't know what I don't know what the lines are going to be like. Well, it's like anything, they'll change. But I was like just trying to put together mock lines, and if you somehow get to play with him,
yeah,
and I don't know, let's say it's Dave Perron or someone like that, like that's a pretty friggin' good line of guys with lots of experience, and you guys get the puck down low.
Yeah,
like you're gonna rag pucks. That's what like I watched Eller for a long time. Like he just seems like a guy that can hold on the pucks like you. And then it's a pain in the ass to play because usually you want to get the other line, like the other team's third or fourth line, the other team's home. But just seems like now you've got a lot of guys that are not just like young fill-ins, but guys that know what to do when they're on the ice.
No, yeah, that's I mean, that's why I feel like that's why Florida just cruises through teams too. They have so much depth. Like,
yeah,
when you look, like they had a guy like, I don't know if you guys know, but that Mackie Samoskevich, he barely played in the playoffs, and he had like 16 goals. That Boquist in Florida didn't play much either in the playoffs, and it's just he had a really good year. I think he had 12 goals, and it's just that depth is just that's what wins. And then if you have like that as a fourth line, if you can make it hard on the other team and make their whatever line it is defend on a nightly basis, it just sets everyone up in a better position, and then yeah, it takes a toll on you through a 7-game series for sure. But
I forget the guy. I forget the guy on Florida's fourth line with the beard that fought Nurse. Tough guy. What's that guy's name?
Is it Gadjevich?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea that guy was that tough.
No, he is. He's a tough cookie. Yeah, he's a great guy, quiet guy. Actually, doesn't say a whole lot, but he's actually he's a sneaky good player too. He played well for them in the playoffs.
Does it sting a little to see Florida win another cup and you're not there? You'll always be connected to Florida, so
no, yeah, it did, but for sure it did. I know when Florida was here near the end of the year and I was hurt, I went out for dinner with a couple of guys, and they just when we were talking and we were having a few beers, they seemed like they were just tired from the schedule and stuff. Because they had a long year. They went over to where'd they go? I think they went over across the.
They go to the Czech Republic.
I don't know if they did that this year or whatever. They were just busy. They were doing that. They had the White House visit, they had a whole bunch of TV games, and their schedule wasn't exactly favorable. But I guess towards the end of the year, they ended up getting some rest, and then they got like some new energy in the playoffs. But
it's called Brad Marchand.
Yeah, and then obviously they got that guy, and he played out of his mind in the playoffs. So they for sure a little bit jealous, 100%. But I was happy some of my friends got to lift that thing again. So
it's not about winning; it's about the celebration, right? It's the videos of carnage.
The videos were funny to watch.
But Marchand went around and he's like, "Thank you to each team that they got the guy traded from." It was like he was just trolling everybody.
Yeah. No, I don't follow him on Instagram. It would just pop up on my Twitter feed or whatever when I was scrolling through. And no, obviously some good ones. They were having some few laughs. So
I mean, I think I know why you don't follow Brad Marchand. And I probably shouldn't bring his name up in the show. Can we just roll the video? I just want to ask you. I forgot to ask you last time you were on about this.
I know what you're bringing up.
I thought it was going to be a forearm shift.
I've never seen this.
No, it's funny. I'm pretty. I was. I had to ask. I had to ask the guys on Florida like what kind of guy he is. They all love him. So, they all had really good things to say about him. Obviously, his place spoke for itself in the playoffs. Then he got a nice deal there with them. So
can I just ask you
this
about
play
being
is crazy though. Looking back on it, I wish I would have done something. The ref's looking right at me too. The ref didn't even the you can't see, but I'm actually staring at the ref saying like, why? Essentially, why aren't you calling this? Because this is crazy. And then after the game, I had like my phone kind of blew up with just pictures of it. And I'm like, looking back on it, I wish I would have done something because I mean, I don't think like I sat down on the bench and I couldn't grasp what actually happened.
Yeah, but he's usually like, okay, if a guy punches you after the whistle, probably not going to get a penalty, but he's actually trying to choke you.
Yeah,
like you would think he's, but that's what I always tell Wally. Like, there's a difference. There's like the rules between the whistles are pretty clear, but after the whistles, like nobody really knows what you can and can't do. You can choke a guy, you can bite a guy. It all depends on what like they're really like. It's like you got a hard time.
You're not supposed to choke the guy. I think there's a rule,
but sometimes you can. Obviously, there's no penalty there.
Yeah, I can't believe there's no penalty there.
There's no.
And it's funny. You guys remember? Well, obviously, you remember during the playoffs when I got the fine or whatever for firing.
That was my next topic.
That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
No, I wish I said because I talked to Colin. Is it Colin Campbell? Colin Campbell? I don't know.
Colin Campbell.
Colin Campbell.
Yeah, I talked to him on the phone. I should have brought that up because I talked to him on the phone and I was trying to explain to him I'm shooting pucks at one of my good buddies that I played with last year and like he was like, oh, you're fine and the team's fine, and I'm just like, all right. But I wish I would have brought that up and see what he would have said or what he would have had to say for that, but just kind of take the fine and move on because that was ridiculous.
But I don't like. I still don't understand. Did the refs not say like, nah, it's okay, it's just part of like? Did nobody even address it?
The which
choking
one?
Part.
Yeah, no, nothing. I just got a whole bunch of texts and Instagram pictures sent to me after the game, and it was ridiculous. Yeah, it was crazy.
I just like that Tim's in there, like, no, don't do that, Brad. Tim just got his hand on your shoulder. Hey, it's okay. So all right, let's just cover the other fine then, and then we'll move on since you brought it up. When did you know that you were in some hot water after it's like you just whiffed on the puck. It's not even, you didn't even pass it to him.
No, I know. And it's I don't even know. The video that they caught, that was, I don't know, that was probably the worst one because I actually did fire a couple when I was in our own end, but like nothing high or anything. It was just at his skates, and he was playing really good. So I was just trying to get into his kitchen just a tad, and he knew it was me. Like he just like, and I talked to him after I think it was after the series. I talked to him after the series, and one thing he's like, hey, I didn't rat on you or anything. Hey, so I don't know who ended up figuring it out. Must have been like management or something that probably saw it during warm up, I would assume. And then
I think that's who it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Then the next day I came in and I think someone brought up like something on Twitter or something, and then like 5 minutes later, Steve grabbed me and asked me. I was trying to explain it to him, and then Greener asked me too, and Greener was kind of laughing. But I mean, I think the whole thing's a little ridiculous. But at the end of the day, I understand what the league's trying to do. They're trying to, just in case anything would have happened in warm up, sort of thing. But I mean, then a couple days later, I saw like Montreal and who was it, right. Washington. What they did was a little bit worse than me just firing a couple. Yes. Biscuits at an old friend.
I also think the fine should be prorated, if you will. Like $2,000 to someone making less than $1 million and $2,000 to someone at 10 million is a lot different.
It's a lot. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I had to make sure I apologized to Mr. Anlauer there after too. I told him I'd take $25,000 on my next deal. At the last. $25,000 less on my next deal just to make up for it.
Well, you got a $25,000 raise, so maybe it was supposed to have been 50.
Yeah, exactly. 50 should have been right. Well, I'll take $825.
All right. Back to the team. Playoff time. What did you? Because you've been through it. You've seen the wars. You've won the cup. What did you see with this team growing in the playoffs?
Yeah, no, that I think just to experience playoffs in Ottawa was pretty cool. Like the building was unreal. It was loud too. That whole thing was pretty cool to be a part of. I thought early in the series maybe we were a little bit nervous, a little bit hesitant, kind of, I don't know, maybe we weren't really sure what to expect. But I think as the series went on, we got a little bit more comfortable. And playing at home helps that, but I think we just maybe, I don't know if we were not ready or we were maybe a little bit overwhelmed early in the series, just with their crowd and just being in the playoffs for the first time for a lot of guys. But no, I thought we handled ourselves really well. I thought, no, I thought Toronto actually defended really well, and maybe they didn't get enough credit for how they defend, but they defended really well. Their goalie was playing well. I think could have gone either way. I thought maybe they were a little bit better than us in certain games, but I thought overall it was a pretty even series. But they maybe got a little bit, few more bounces on certain plays. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to put a finger on exactly what they were better at us at then, but I just think it's only going to help us here moving forward for next year. But I just think we got to make sure that we're not going to be like teams aren't going to take us lightly next year. They're going to know what to expect. It's going to be that much harder. I think G said that the other day.
Hey, we were having a debate, Wally and I, the other day on the show about how the team's going to get better. So you bring in Eller, nice thing. Spence, a nice little addition. Marilyn is going to come in and be the backup. But you kind of hit on a little bit earlier about your young centers down the middle.
Yeah.
Like I just think guys get better. Like Timmy's going to be better. Pinto should be better. Cousins, like those are your three top centers that have never played in the playoffs before. All of a sudden they get a little taste. So like you've been in the league a long time. Like I just think at the age of a lot of your key players, your team should just get better naturally because guys get older and more experience.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I actually love what Steve did. He didn't change a whole lot, like I felt like the experience in itself is going to help a lot of guys. I thought Clevin was actually unreal in the playoffs.
He was,
And then just like another puck mover like that can get shots through the point with Spence. Like I feel like a lot of our offense we can create more through the D, and then obviously with like Sandy and Shabby, and then if we have another puck mover and Spence, Matson Apollo's sneaky good, and then I'm just looking at the lineup now. And then obviously with Cuzzy and Zetterlund, they're going to be a lot more comfortable coming into camp, and then they, with their experience in the playoffs, it's going to help them. And and then everybody knows like what to expect in camp with Greener and how that works. Everybody's comfortable with the system, so it should be no excuses, honestly.
Do you have you started skating? It seems, and maybe I'm wrong, it seems like a lot of guys are already on the ice skating. They've been in Ottawa working out. I think Ridley Gregg is here, and obviously Claude is here, but there's a bunch of guys that are just coming back in and stuff. Like, has there been a lot of chatter in any group chats about getting on the ice?
Not yet, no. Okay. I mean, I've skated, yeah. I like to stay sharp in that way. I'm gonna come up to Ottawa there. I think relatively probably sooner rather than later. Just because I'm only 2 hours away, so it's easy for me. Just to skate. I like skating with the boys too, and just being around the guys in the summer. It's a different vibe, but I'm sure. I know a lot of guys came in early last year, so I think we're kind of gonna do the same. Kind of get everybody together and get the skates going, and hopefully get everybody together for some dinners and stuff. I think that goes a long way too.
Do you score more goals in the summer than the winter?
Oh, 100%. I'm the best player. Best player in the league in the summer.
Should you do you know who the all-time best summer player is I've ever played with? He's actually part of your organization. I don't know if you've been on the ice. Have you been on the ice with Sean Donovan?
Yeah. When I was hurt, I was skating with him. Yeah.
The guy could probably still play. Like when we play in charity events, like there's nobody.
Unreal, or what?
He's unreal. Like
No,
his engine's crazy.
No, that's funny because when I was skating with him, he had like a cut on his lip or something. I'm like, well, I was like, yeah, right, what happened there? And I guess he was playing in some men's league in Montreal or something. So he still kind of plays a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Full-time farmer
awesome.
too. Dono's got a farm too, so he's farming full-time.
Oh, I love that. He's got his kids in the organization, right?
Yeah, really good D-man. Jorian's playing down in Belleville. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
right.
Great skater.
So you came back. I think you played 3 games before the playoffs. I might be off by 1. Should you or did you rush back?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. It's funny. Like, I remember. Yeah, the rehab was crazy. I was grinding. It was. I was at the rink. I think I told. I don't know if I told you. No, I don't know if I did. But I was at the rink from like 7:30 a.m. to like 2 p.m. So I was at the rink longer than actually. I would be there if I was playing. So I was just grinding because I knew it was going to be close, but I wanted to kind of give myself 2 to 3 games before the playoffs to kind of tune up. But yeah, I mean, I think my playoffs were pretty average. I didn't feel great. I don't know. It's just like a lot of pain and swelling after games and after I would skate. But I mean, I think in my head I thought I was okay, but I think like once I got back into the gym here about a month ago or a month and a half ago now, it just when I started to try and do some stuff, I'm like, holy, I still can't do that. There's a lot of stuff I can't do, but that's obviously the last 6 weeks has gotten a lot better. So I'm still not 100%, but I'm really, really close.
What did you ever say what the injury was?
No, I mean, I had a tibia plateau fracture, and then I had a grade 2 MCL sprain.
Oh, the MCL. The MCL is tough. Like it's your knees.
Yeah, it lingers too, huh?
Yeah, I had it, and mine lingered for like 3-4 months, and then I didn't feel good until summer. Then you strengthen it because it's so hard to strengthen it during the season.
Yeah, I know that was the biggest thing. Like I never had a big surgery like that, but like just the strength in my quad and hamstring, the leg was pretty slim there for a few weeks, but no, it's gotten a lot better. And then I think actually I thought it was going to get like it was going to be easier to gain that strength back, but it's been a grind. But I'm probably at like 90% right now, so I'm close.
Yeah. So you only end up playing 50 games. So you got injured in January. Was it hard or disappointing because you had just come to Ottawa and you wanted to be on the ice and be that guy that you ended up with the injury? Yeah. Like, I'm just curious of what it was like mentally for you.
Yeah, it was tough. Like I've never had long injury like that where it was like a surgery and then like that kind of rehab like that. But I've had a grade 1 MCL. I've had concussion, a couple shoulder injuries, but nothing crazy. But no, yeah, it was tough, especially like that time of year too, like down the stretch when you're just playing games, you're not really practicing much. You're just into like a nice rhythm and flow, and you're essentially playing playoff games the last like 20, 25 games. Everybody's trying to make a push, but yeah, it was tough for sure. I think just being away from the boys, like on the road and stuff, going for dinners and shooting the shit on the plane and being in the room, being in the battle, stuff like that is what I miss the most. So, I just would just put my head down, do the rehab, and just try and tell myself that there's going to be better days ahead. And I mean, it was nice of the boys to kind of get us into the playoffs so I could come back.
What else is up for you this summer? Are you a vacation? Like I think you have a cottage or maybe it's a house on the water. Do you see? Thanks for bragging.
Sorry
is that like Lake Ontario?
Yeah, it's Lake Ontario. Yeah.
Nice.
I'll be up. Yeah, come on down. I'm in Prince Edward County. There's some nice wineries in here. I don't know if you guys like wine.
Oh, you're in Prince Edward County? That's a nice spot.
Come on down, Wally. I got lots of wine for you.
I owe you a mug. So
deliver the mug. Deliver the mug.
But you can put some wine in the mug. Yeah, there you go. But
do you travel in the summer?
Well, we just had another baby, so we've kind of just been grinding with the
Yeah.
like he's still up like a couple times a night, so we're both exhausted. So this is kind of my vacation here talking to you guys. But no, no, I got Matthew Kachuk's wedding in 2 weeks. He's getting married in St. Louis, so I'll see Brady there. I have that, and then what else do we got going on in August? We got something in August. I just can't think of it.
Some other player wedding.
No, not another wedding, but we got something going on. I can't think of it right now. Yeah, no. This summer is actually pretty low key, but it's been nice because the last 2 summers have been crazy, and I haven't really got a chance to train. So I'm just trying to get this knee, strength wise, kind of up and running, and just grinding in the gym and stuff like that. But no, this summer's kind of low key, but it's been nice.
Quickly, couple of things in the chat I just want to bring up. Drunk Jimmy Stew, it said we need footage of the bachelor party Brady. So if you see Brady Kachuk, man in the bar, we could use some footage. Silent Sens. Wally,
funny.
ask him, where does he rate the Ottawa Senators group for how close this team is compared to other teams? This is a toughie.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's up there. I like.
But
like.
Okay, let me put it to you this way, Nick, is which one of the 3 teams that's already at the top of the Atlantic is going to be a tough out, or will be the out, right? Like, you guys want to be in the top. You got Toronto, always Florida, and Tampa. Like, how do you knock them off?
Yeah, Florida's running it back this year. They have essentially their whole team back from last year. It's wild. I don't even know how. I don't know how a 37-year-old gets a 6-year contract. It's insane. I couldn't believe that. Like I was when I was looking at their cap space and who was like up for a contract, I was just like, "There's no way they're gonna be able to do it." And then I actually saw this morning that Bobrovsky's up this year. So how are they gonna pull that off? But somehow he'll be signed there for the next 7 probably.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. Yeah, it's just experience is going to help us. I think, yeah, I mean, when I look at I'm trying to think about the moves that everybody made. I think Toronto obviously lost Marner, but I think they had some nice pieces. But, yeah, I just think, I don't know. I think it's going to be our turn. We just got to make sure that we hit the ground running. And, yeah, I mean, those teams are obviously really good teams, but so are we. I think we just have to realize how good we are, and the experience is going to help us, and comfortability with Greener and coming into camp, and everybody's got to make sure that they come into camp in good shape. And no, we're going to be fine. I'm not really too worried about the other teams.
Well, there's going to be no adjustment. Like, I thought last year there was an adjustment period at the beginning of the season. You guys had to learn the systems. There's a little bit of confusion. Then once you guys kind of got it down pat, especially defensively, like I could see you guys taking another step offensively this year. Like, the defense is kind of, you guys know what to do now, and now maybe, a little more 5-on-5 scoring. But like I said, it seemed like you guys were kind of learning on the fly to start the year last year, and then once you got it, you kind of ran with it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, it feels like everybody talks about our 5-on-5 scoring. Yeah, but I think like that Spence is gonna help us in that area, just because he's gonna be able to deliver like pucks on our forwards tape on time, and kind of get pucks through. We're in an area I thought we maybe kind of lacked, just getting pucks through that area. And I honestly think we had lots of good opportunities. Maybe we just lacked a little bit of finish. Some guys were just a little bit snake bitten, but yeah, with Cuzzy and Zetterlund, those two are gonna be super, like, way more comfortable, like I said, and it's gonna help them. They're gonna fit in great, and yeah, I'm not worried about that, to be honest.
Yorkie brings it up every show, so
yeah. Hey, let me ask you this: is there a guy on the team that like snags like hotel shampoo bottles and soaps and stuffs? Because I just found out yesterday that Wally is like a shampoo thief from nice hotels.
Okay, wait a second.
Who's that?
Hang on.
Who is? Sorry.
Wally just every time he stays at nice hotels, he takes the soaps and shampoos.
Hey, hang on 1 second.
He says he donates them to the poor. So
I come back and that they go to a church that hands them out to the homeless people as a package.
So we basically his new name. We call him Wally Hood. He's like a Robin Hood. He's serious. He steals from the rich hotels and gives to the poor. So okay, explain to me.
Don't encourage this.
Explain yourself, Wally. Explain how
I
you
told you
take the soaps. Like you just call up the shelters and say, "Hey, I got some soaps for you."
It's my sister-in-law. She with her mom. They donated to their local church, who hands them out for the homeless people.
You go.
So
I got some.
You're a class act, Wally. Good for you. I can't think of anyone at the top of my head that does that. So, you're one of a kind.
There's a picture of him right there. Wally Hood.
Show's over.
I gotta screenshot that. Hey, can you put that on the mug? Can you put that on the mug that you're gonna get me? That's too good. Oh, boys, that's great.
Wasn't prepared for this. Well, Yorkie, I don't know where you want to go next. This show's over.
Because he wants to stay here. Otherwise, he's got to go take care of the new residents, the kids.
Like, are you in the nursery? You look like it's the
this
nursery.
This is the feeding chair. Yeah, it's this is my spot. I spend lots of time here during the night too when you guys are sleeping. Just grinding, boys. But hey, no, I actually got to run here. I appreciate you boys having me on. You know, I'll be on here anytime you guys want. So just holler at me again.
Appreciate the time, Nick. Take care, my friend.
Okay,
nice
boys. Okay, have a good summer.
Enjoy.
There goes Wayne Chesky.
Oh, he's so good. See, like people that are watching, like you need guys like that on your team. It's just you can just tell when he gets into the room when he struts. When he struts, regular, he'd be great once a week. When he walks into the room, like he's immediately getting chirped and he's chirping somebody, and you need that. Like after a loss, after a win, it just levels off, and because there's tons of pressure during the season. Like there's a lot of pressure going on. Yeah. So these guys they help keep things loose. Yeah, and he plays, and you know what? And he plays hard as hell. Like he does. Like it's crazy. Or like you look like he was probably playing in the playoffs. If he's 90% now, he was probably playing at about 70, 60. But, you get older, and I was the same way. You want to play because you never know how much time's left on the old, especially in the playoffs. Like, you never know it's going to be your last time. And it's such a competitive league now. So
I just know when he plays, you can tell and you said it, he appreciates the game. As much as people think that they call him a rat and he does this, and you just know when he's on the ice, he loves every second.
Yeah, and this is what I can tell you from my experience as a player: the older you get, the more you appreciate being in the NHL. It's the greatest league in the world. It's like a privilege to play in it, and you can tell he understands. You really understand that as you get older, especially a guy like that, which had to battle. And anyways, good people, old Chesky.
Dude, he's now I got to make a new mug. You know how expensive these are?
Hey, how about, is that Frank McDougall that made that pick? Get that pick up again, Jake. We got to have one more look at Wally Hood. Look at this. Are you delivering the shampoos and the soaps to the less fortunate?
I just want to help out whoever I can. I'm just a man of the people.
Wally Hood.
I saw that pic I was like, oh my God. Good job. Anyway, good for Frank.
How is he doing this? Is you just like go on to AI and say, make me a picture of Brent Wallace as Robin Hood throwing soaps and shampoos? I'd
like to know I'm going to have to reach out to him, which program he uses.
It's fantastic.
Like there's a ton of programs out, but I have yet to find one that's been really good for me to use. I even tried, like I said, make Nick Cousins like a glue guy, and I explained what all this stuff, and they didn't. So anyway, I appreciate all of Frank's work. I don't know what he's using, but it's great.
I got to upgrade my computer AI game, because right now I just do the split screens with the pictures of two heads. I gotta get better. I gotta start using the technology that we have to use.
See, the Loud Collector, I've used Mid Journey. I didn't like it. which is another AI one. Anyway, let's take care of some business. Then we got to get some breaking news, apparently. Okay. The show brought to you by, did I say Gabriel Pizza, the official pizza of the Ottawa Senators, and of course, coming in hot. We can all use a little Gabriel Pizza after this show. Download the Gabriel Pizza app, earn points with every order, and unlock exclusive deals through Gabriel Pizza perks. Go to GabrielPizza.com. Check out the app for daily specials. Gabriel Pizza, bigger, better, Gabriel. Still like their Sens pizza. I still get it on a regular basis. Also, Yorkie, do you want to do this?
Absolutely. Good big thanks to our friends at BEI. As always, they can help you out with aggregate topsoil equipment rentals, custom crushing and screening, hot mix paving. So when you are planning your next project, please consider BEI for all your aggregate supply needs. Give them a call at 613-432-1120 or online at bonishirexcavating.com. BEI is helping to shape the Ottawa Valley.
And of course, our show is proudly presented to you by Bet365. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary. Bet365. Download the app and get it on the game. Use code NATION, NATION. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. Ontario only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, visit connectsontario.ca. And I can tell you, if you haven't seen it already, that Nick Ehlers is a current member of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Wow, Carolina's stepping up.
Yeah.
Details on the contract, Wally, from this breaking news?
So I'm sure someone else has already seen it, but I don't know. That's a 8.5 per.
Okay. 7-year deal.
6-year contract.
8.5. Wow. Nice. Wow.
Like that doesn't seem, and same with Sam Bennett, where we all thought that these were
Well,
$10 million contracts.
Bennett could have got more on the open market.
I agree with you, but I'm like,
yeah,
they're still taking these 8. Like I still think Nick Ehlers is more than an 8.5 player. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought salaries were going to get a little higher, and they.
But the other thing too, the other thing you got to think about is if you look around the league, not a lot of teams can fit in an 8.5 that are ready to win. Like
right.
if you look at all the good teams, because you can go to a team that's not ready to win probably isn't going to spend 8.5 on a guy like Ehlers.
So, which is, I started to pay attention more now, and I pay attention is the wrong term. If you look at the way the Sens are set up for next year and expiring contracts,
it's great.
It's 8 players, right? So Claude Giroux, David Perron, Nick Ehlers, Shane Pinto, which will probably get done, Nick Spence, Nick Jensen, and Levi Marilainen. You're setting yourself up to be able to make some stuff happen here going into what should be, I would think, a team contending for a Stanley Cup after this season. I don't think that's crazy to think.
I know there's a very good plan in place to take this team in progressions. Step 1 was make the playoffs. Step 2 is this year, make the playoffs and try and do better what you did, try and win a round. And then, could they do more? Maybe, but you never know. You just never know what's going to happen. Then next year you take another step. Like you can't build whatever the old cliche, Rome wasn't built in a day. So you gotta, it's very rare that young players, especially the way the Senators are built down the middle, and I'll go back to it, with Stützle, with Pinto and Cousins, that you right away win a Stanley Cup. You just don't. So next year, hopefully this team takes another step. You're going to have a lot of space to really add if you want, depending on how the team does. Like if the team, however they do this year, I love the plan. Nick said it when we had him on a few minutes ago about the little ads they made. Again, little tweaks, little ads, building the foundation, supporting the what you have here. I think they're a better team today. I really do. I think they're better.
I think the Nick Ehlers, the Eller deal, the Lars Eller deal.
I like it. Yeah, me too. I like it a lot.
Like I know he's played 1,100 games, but I don't see him as a slow player. I see him and he's got size. I think he's 6'2", 208-ish. I think and the fact that he's a left shot in the middle of the ice, but also Wayne Chesky pointed it out, is he can move up and play that third line if need be, right? Like
For sure.
If Shane Pinto is doing whatever, or he's on the power play, like you can have Lars Eller over the boards. It's not a drastic a drop off as Adam Gaudette is to Shane Pinto, I guess is my point.
Well, also too, Adam Gaudette's a right shot. So like the Senators, I thought after Josh Norris left, they had a tougher time, obviously, with draws because Norris is a really good faceoff guy. And your other guy that takes draws, Claude Giroux, is also a right shot. So it's Cousins, it's Pinto, it's Gaudette, it's Giroux. Like that's a lot of right shots. So on that one side of the faceoff dot, you're generally losing a lot of draws. So that's a really important signing for faceoffs because now you got a left shot guy. And I made this point the other day when we were talking, I think it was yesterday. Older players get more pull with the officials. They just do, especially a guy that's won a cup, has played he's played 1,116 games. Like that's a guy that's going to get respect in the faceoff dot. And Adam Gaudette, if Adam Gaudette pulls into the draw and doesn't have his stick down or whatever, or his foot's over, he's going to get tossed immediately. Where Eller's, he'll beat it, rookie, or he's not a rookie, or you're not established yet in this league. It's just the way it is. It's the way it is. It's like, so Eller comes in and he immediately gives you more street cred and a left shot, which is really, really important. But I do agree with you, Wally. He can move up. And if you look at the Senators' 4 lines there, and can you throw it up there again, Jake? If you look at their 4 lines, you can say that about a lot of players. So is there, like everybody was saying, oh shit, we need a top 6. We need a top 6. But I think depth is probably more important. I'd rather have more depth throughout my lineup than just have a guy you're playing $9 million to play that one position, because you can say that about Amadio. He can play on your 4th line. He can play on your 3rd line. Say that about Cousins too. He can move up and down. Eller can move up and down. Pinto can go all the way up to a 2 or a 3. Ridley Gregg can play on any line. Zetterlund, probably a guy moves up and down. And David Perron. David Perron played exceptionally well on that second line. Like people might call him old, but that guy had a great second half. He battles and competes. I don't care how old he is. The guy's still a competitor.
So I have a problem with putting him on the 4th line at the moment. But I don't know based on the contracts of where people like play. Training camp will sort this all out. I don't know that David Perron is a 4th line player. Like, and so I feel like we're disrespecting by putting him there. But based on Fabian Zetterlund's contract and whatever, you just know that players aren't playing that down or that far down the lineup.
Like Edmonton loses every year because they end up relying on 2 players.
Sure.
And they're the 2 best players in the league, maybe in the world. So they're able to ride those guys a long, long way. But the teams that historically always win are able to roll 3 or 4 lines. Look at when Detroit was winning those cups, Wally. Like they didn't have a forward on that team that played over 18, 19 minutes.
Yeah.
And the season's so long, like you can now play your 4th line over 10 minutes. And that's going to help you not get injured as much. It's going to have guys fresher, and it's going to make you more of a tougher team to beat. So I like these lines. Like tell me a weak player on that group of 12 forwards. Tell me a weak player. You say, okay. Say that guy. Well, there's teams in the league you'll look at and you'll say, like a lot of teams will throw in a guy on the 4th line that's like a American League player, a guy at the league minimum that's doesn't really have a resume, and you're not sure what you're going to get. Like he's going to be inconsistent because he's young. So yeah, tell me a guy in the 12 that's not an NHL player that you say, oh, that guy.
Okay, not an NHL player and weak are 2 different. Like there's no one that doesn't belong in the NHL playing for the Ottawa Senators. That didn't always used to be the case. I will agree with you.
Like there's a lot. Every team that's built pretty well, there'll be 1 or 2 maybes because you're paying your top guys so much. You have no choice but to throw a couple maybes in there. You're like, well, we hope he can do well because
right, like a young rookie. Like it, I get you. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You
know what I'm saying?
I know I still would like to see another top 6 player, but
so would I. But I
mean that's just being greedy at some point.
Yeah, I don't hate this lineup. I kind of like it.
I don't either. Okay. Before I forget, I just got to move on to something. We asked about tickets to the Commissioner's Cup, the Commissioner's Open, Ottawa Open, VIP pass. Ian McLean. Well, you are the winner of those tickets. I just wanted to let you know. I will get in touch with you. And to the gravy boat. Everything's just gravy these days. Theo Renpark, I believe, is your name. It's just all one whole word. So I think it's Theo Renpark. You have won the gravy boat. I'll get in touch with you too. More prizes giveaway next week. We do, by the way, I should have some key guests lined up for next week, but we're just waiting to finalize. So, and I can't believe we've gone through the show, Yorkie, and you haven't said a word about my shirt.
Oh, the mic was hiding it. Salty. I love it.
Got it in New Brunswick at St. Andrews. I was like, I got to buy this shirt.
You need to get a Wally Hood shirt now, though. Like that might be your.
It's got to be a hoodie, doesn't it?
Hood. Little arrow on your back. That's so good.
All right. Anyway, that's the show for today. I thought Graham was hopping in. I don't know what happened. Anyway, we'll chat with him on Monday. We'll see you Monday.
Yeah, another good summer series guest. Yeah,
we should have. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see what happens Monday. Talk to you later, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks to Nick Cousins for joining us.
See you, everybody.
And thanks to Jake.
Thanks for tuning in to Coming In Hot. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to never miss an episode.